Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. All right, we have Marvel Champions and Star-Lord on the board here. So Star-Lord's one of the recent two heroes that came out. It was Star-Lord and Gamora. I think I'm actually more interested in playing Gamora, but Star-Lord has some really neat abilities that have to do with encounter cards. So it will be interesting to see how he plays out. We're going to do our standard. We're going to go up against Rhino here just to see how Star-Lord plays and see what that encounter card mechanic is like. So Rhino's out there. He's got his starting 14 hit points. We've got Peter Quill out there. So let's see here. We've got Peter Quill, 3 recovery, hand size is 6 and 10 hit points. So as part of setup, search your deck and discard pile for a copy of the Element Gun upgrade and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. All right, so we're going to remember to get out an element gun. So he's got Smooth Talker. Choose a card in your hand, swap that card with the top card of your deck. Do that once per round. And then we'll probably be going over to Star-Lord pretty quick here. So we've got Guardian, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 1 defense, hand size 5. Each ally you control has the Guardian trait. And then what could go wrong? An interrupt. When you play a card from your hand, deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Reduce the resource limit to play that card by 3. Limit once per round. All right, so that's our encounter card mechanic. And there's a few things in the deck that get bonuses by there being encounter cards out there. Okay. Normally, that's also one of the first things that I get rid of is something that gives me additional encounter cards. So we'll see how all of that plays out. All right, so let's grab our first. Our hand size is 6. So let's see what we get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one will probably be going a little bit slow because we got a lot of new cards to look at. So let's see what we come up with here. Wow. Okay. So the first one we have here is we've got a sliding shot, which says play only if you control an element gun. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Deal 2 additional damage to that enemy for each face down encounter card that you have. All right. We have laser blasters. We have 2 of these, which says attach to a Guardian ally, which conveniently I have all Guardian allies. Max 1 per ally. Attached ally gets +1 to its attack, and its attacks gain overkill. Okay. We have 2 of these pulse grenades. Pulse grenades say discard pulse grenade, choose an enemy. Discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Deal 1 damage to the chosen enemy for each boost icon discarded this way. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I think in a Scarlet Witch deck that would be extremely awesome. But it seems a bit random in this deck. So, but I guess that's kind of, you know, it's a Peter Quill thing. All right. We have Adam Warlock. So Adam Warlock has response after Adam Warlock attacks or thwarts. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. If that card's printed resource has a bunch of different abilities there. We've got remove 3 threat from a scheme, heal 3 damage from an identity, deal 3 damage to an enemy, choose one of the above. So he's 1 thwart, 1 attack, 3 cost, 3 health. All right. Don't know what I think about him either. So we'll see how he comes into play. All right. So I'm not really happy with what I got in my hand here. So we're going to discard all 4 of these and get 4 more cards. Hold on to Adam and we'll hold on to the sliding shot. All right, so we got to get ready, a nowhere, a blaze of glory, and a daring escape. All right, get ready. We should know it's ready an ally. You've got nowhere. Nowhere says play only if I have the Guardian trait. Increase your ally limit by 1. After a player plays a Guardian ally, exhaust nowhere. That player draws a card. All right, I like that. All right, downside is right now he's an outlaw and he doesn't have the Guardian trait in that form. All right, we have Blaze of Glory, which says once per round, hero action. Each Guardian character gets +2 thwart, +2 attack, and at the end of the phase, deal 1 damage to each Guardian character. Ooh, that's pretty cool. And then we have a Daring Escape, which says deal yourself 1 face down encounter card, ready your hero, and draw 1 card. All right. Interesting stuff. All right, so that's our starting hand. Now we have a setup which says I need to go looking for an element gun. So we're going to find an element gun. Sliding shot. There's an element gun. All right. Element gun says restricted, max 2 per player. So hero action, attack, exhaust, element gun, spend 1 resource of any type, deal 3 damage to an enemy. That attack gains piercing. All right. Well, maybe Rhino's Tough is not going to be a big deal in this game. We'll have to see. Okay. So what do we want to get going here? I think it would be good to get Nowhere out there, and I think it would be good to get our element gun out. Now, element gun's going to cost 2. I could use my ability to play a card to counter the element gun. I also have that ability. I can choose a card in my hand, swap that card with the top card of the deck. So I think I'm going to swap my Blaze of Glory because I don't think I'm going to use that with the top card of my deck. Because we're in play mode now, right? I've got all my cards. I did my setup. We're going. I got a Pulse Grenade. All right, Pulse Grenade says discard Pulse Grenade. We already looked at a couple of those, so I think that's like actually all 3 of them. We've hit them all. Okay. So let's go ahead and flip on over to Star-Lord at this point in time. All right, now, if I play Nowhere, it costs 2. So I think we can use Sliding Shot and Get Ready, and we'll bring Nowhere into play. All right. So Nowhere says, play only if you have the Guardian trait, and I do in Star-Lord form. Increase my ally limit by 1. After you play a Guardian ally, exhaust Nowhere, and I draw a card. Okay, I'm going to put Nowhere over here. Now we have to figure out the element gun. I think would be great to get out there. I could take an encounter card. I could play during escape and get another encounter card. That seems like a lot to start out with. Don't know that I want to go there. All right. And actually, I know what that other card's going to be because I swapped out for it. So it's not any sort of double resource thing to help me get out of Morlock out there. So not all that great. All right. So I think what we're going to do, rather than using his ability, is just play the element gun. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to get the element gun into play. So we're building here is what we're doing. All right, let's see here. After that, we're just going to have Star-Lord exhaust, and we'll attack for 2, knock Rhino down to 12. All right, that'll be the end of our turn. We're going to grab 5 cards because that's our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we came up with. We have 2 Blaze of Glories, another element gun. There's a couple of new cards. So we've got that sit or kit, exhaust, sit, and spend 2 resources of any type, ready a Guardian character. All right, I think that would work really well with this whole Blaze of Glory thing going on here. Target practice. When an ally with a weapon upgrade makes an attack, discard target practice. That ally gets +2 for that attack. Looking like I could pile up a whole bunch of ally damage there. All right, so that's going to be the end of my turn. It's going to be Rhino's turn. So first thing for Rhino is we're going to place 1 threat on the main scheme. So let's grab 1 threat on the main scheme. Then Rhino's going to see Star-Lord out there. He's going to come to attack. We're just going to take this attack because we're at full health. So he's attacking for 2. He's going to get a boost, and he's going to boost for 2 more. So we're going to take 4. And we got Shadows of the Past out of there. I'm okay with that. All right, so we're going to take 4 damage. 2, 4. All right. And then we're going to draw an encounter card. Counter card is a Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. So what are we going to go with here? I think we'll go with the 1 threat on the main scheme. All right, so let's move up to 2. All right, end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero's turn. Okay, so I could get another element gun out there for free by taking an encounter card. And then I could shoot a lot of things up, which would be very interesting. I don't have an ally to get a bonus for having nowhere out there. Getting sit out would be really good. Would allow me to ready a guardian character, but I don't have anybody that can really take advantage of that. All right. I think what we're going to do is we're going to use our Star-Lord ability. We're going to bring a counter card, add an encounter card. We're going to use that to do the last part of that, which is play a card from your hand, deal yourself one face down encounter card, reduce the resource cost to play that card by 3. So we're going to use that to reduce an element gun to cost 0. Okay. Next up, we're going to go ahead and attack with Star-Lord for 2, take out the Hydra Bomber. All right, we're going to spend a resource, deal 3 damage to an enemy. So we're going to spend a Blaze of Glory to do 3 damage to Rhino. We're going to knock him down to 9. So we need a 5. He's down to 9. All right, next up, do I bring sit into play, or do I go ahead and use my other element gun? I think we use our other element gun. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll deal some damage while we can. So, element gun. We'll use our target practice to do 3 more damage to Rhino. All right, so he's down to 6. We're holding on to those. We're going to unexhaust, unexhaust, unexhaust. I'm going to draw back up to 5 cards. We can get 3 more. So we get a Nova Prime, a Laser Blaster, and Jet Boots. So Nova Prime looks really cool. The artwork there is amazing. All right, Nova Prime. So he's 2/3, and after you play Nova Prime for your hand, defeat a non-elite minion. Nice. Wow. He's pretty cool. All right, then we have Jet Boots. Star-Lord gains aerial trait. When Star-Lord would take any amount of damage, exhaust Jet Boots, prevent 1 of that damage for each face down encounter card in front of you. Okay. All right, so that's the end of my turn. We're over to Rhino. So what's the first thing? We're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. 1. Rhino is going to see Star-Lord out there and come to attack him. And I think we're going to take this one also. So he's attacking for 2. We're going to get a boost of 1. So we're going to take 3. Ouch. All right, so we're going to replace one of these 2s with a 5. So we're at 7 right now. That's not good. All right, so we've got an encounter card. We're going to get another encounter card. So we've got 2. Encounter card number 1 is Charge. This is going to be a little attachment he gets, and he's going to get +3 damage and overkill. So, yeah, we're probably going to be taking a little Star-Lord nap here pretty quick. All right, second encounter card is False Alarm. When revealed, you are confused. If you're already confused, this card gains Surge. All right, so we're going to get confused. I'm going to add my little confused counter there. We are now confused, which is bad because I wanted to thwart this round because we're getting kind of high, and we're going to need to go over to not Star-Lord form and take a little rest. All right. Well, that didn't work out like I wanted it to. All right, so we're back. We're done with the villain's turn. We're back over to the hero turn. Now, in order to get Nova Prime out, I need to spend 5. Which is rough. That means I need to use Star-Lord's ability. So that's going to give us an encounter card. It's going to make Nova Prime only cost 2 to get out there. So think we're going to use our Blaze of Glory. Ooh, do I use our Blaze of Glory? Yeah, I'm going to use our Blaze of Glory and our Jet Boots to get Nova Prime out there. All right, when Nova Prime goes out, our Nowhere should trigger. After you play a Guardian ally exhaust Nowhere, that player draws a card. All right, so, oh wait, oh, he is a Guardian ally because every ally you control gains a Guardian trait, I think is how that's going to work. So we're going to exhaust Nowhere. Well, actually, I'm not exactly sure how that works because it says every ally I control gains Guardian. Nowhere says after a player plays a Guardian ally, exhaust Nowhere, that player draws a card. The problem is Nova Prime is not a Guardian by default. See, you can see he's Ariel and Nova Corpse. So I'm guessing he would come into play. Once he's into play, he gains Guardian, but I don't think he triggers Nowhere because Nowhere says after I play a Guardian ally, I'm not playing a Guardian ally. He doesn't become a Guardian until after he's in play. So I'm going to believe he comes into play without that ability, which is quite unfortunate, actually. All right. So what we need to do here is we need to thwart, I think, with Nova Prime. So he's going to take 1 consequential from that. He thwarts for 2, so we're going to take 2 off the main scheme. All right. I think we're going to flip over. Yeah, we're going to flip on over to Peter Quill. And then we're going to, let's see here, I'm going to swap a card out. Yeah, we're going to use our Smooth Talker, which says choose a card from my hand, swap that card with the top card from your deck. So we're going to take Sit out. And then we have Air Supremacy. So Air Supremacy, new card, says for a cost of 2, it's an event. Choose up to X enemies where X is equal to the number of aerial characters you control. Deal 3 damage to each chosen enemy. All right. Could be an interesting clear the board type thing. All right, we're going to exhaust Peter Quill to heal 3. So we're back to here. All right, and I think we're going to play our Laser Blaster on Nova Prime and boost him up a little bit. All right, at that point, we're going to be done. So we're going to unexhaust our stuff. We're going to draw back up to a hand size of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, I happened to grab 6 cards. Hey, look, it's Sit. That's amazing. All right, so things we have not seen. I don't think, have we seen a sliding shot yet? Sliding shot. Play only if you control an element gun. Hey, I've got 2. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Deal 2 additional damage to that enemy for each face down encounter card in front of you. All right. Then we have Air Supremacy, which we just saw. We have a Daring Escape, which is deal yourself 1 face down encounter card, ready your hero, draw a card. Okay. We have Gutsy Move. What's a Gutsy Move? Gutsy Move says, looks pretty gutsy too. Hero action, thwart, remove 2 threat from a scheme, remove 2 additional threat from that scheme for each face down encounter card in front of you. That may come into play this next round. We'll see. All right, so villain's turn. What's going to go on the villain's turn? We have, first off, we're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. Second thing is Rhino is going to see Peter Quill out there, so he's going to scheme. His scheme is 1. We're going to get a boost, so he's going to scheme for none, which is a good number for us. So he's going to scheme for a total of 1. So we're going to add 1 more. He's up to 3. All right, I'm going to draw our additional encounter cards. So now we've got 2 encounter cards. Encounter card number 1 is Advance. Uh-oh. 1 revealed the villain's schemes. That's not what I was hoping for. So he's going to scheme again. He's got a scheme of 1. He's going to get a boost of 1. So he's going to scheme for 2. Ooh, doggy. All right, so we're up to 5 out of 7. That's not good. All right, our next card is Gang Up. When Alter Ego, this card gains Surge. So he's going to Surge. So I'm going to grab another card, and we get Enhanced Ivory Horn. He's getting an attachment. Give him +1 attack, because he's going to attack for a lot. Look at that. He's looking to come at me for 3, 4, 5, 6. Oof. That's pretty rough. If I had something that gave toughness, it would be really nice right now. All right, so that's the end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero's turn, and we're in a bit of a rough spot. So, what are we thinking about doing here? So, let's see. We have a gutsy move to help get rid of threat. We come out, we're looking at taking a whole bunch of damage. Problem is, we are confused right now. That is a problem also. We do have Nova Prime out there with a laser blaster. So he's looking to do a bunch of damage. I've got a couple of sliding shots here, so I could come out in a round and do 5 with another 2. If I could get Rhino to flip, I could potentially come out in a round and take him out in 1 round, I think. Which would be kind of impressive. That would be kind of cool. But I have to live through that round is the tough part of all of that. So we have... wow. So he's looking at attacking for 3... Where are we at? 4, 6. Plus he would get a boost. So he's likely going to run me over if he hits me full force. Oh, all right. So how are we going to handle this one? All right. I think what we're going to do... Okay, Nova can attack for 4. I could do a Daring Escape if I flip over. Yeah, let's see if this plays out. Maybe we can end him this round. I'm not sure on my math. Let's see how close we get. Okay. We're going to flip over to Star-Lord. We are going to attack with Nova Prime for 4. All right, so that's going to knock him from 6 down to 2. All right, we will attack with Star-Lord. And that's going to do 2 damage. So we're going to flip Rhino. Rhino 2 is going to come out. Rhino 2 comes out with 15 hit points. And hopefully... Let's see how this plays out. I think this might just work. We'll see. Okay. And we need Breaking and Taken. I don't think I've seen Breaking and Taken yet, so let's find it. There it is. Breaking and Taken is going to come into play. Going to start with 3 on it. So let's see here. 1, 3. Okay. Now the question is going to be, can I finish Rhino? All right, it's got 15 hit points. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a Daring Escape, which is a hero action. Deal yourself 1 face down encounter card, ready your hero, and draw a card. So we're going to get a face down encounter card. We're going to ready our hero. And we're going to draw a card. All right. next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull off a sliding shot. All right, so play only if I control an element gun. I've got 2 of them. I'm actually going to use my Star-Lord ability to get an encounter card to make it cost 3 cheaper. All right, so now I have deal 5 damage to an enemy, deal 2 damage for each face down encounter card in front of you. So we're doing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage to Rhino. I think this is gonna work out. He's down to 6. All right, we're gonna spend 1, 2, 3 to do another sliding shot for another 9. Right, 5 damage plus 2 for each additional encounter card. That's another 9 damage. That takes out Rhino. Boom! All right. Things were looking kind of bleak there, but actually that looked... So let's see how that worked out. So it was a daring escape. We had a daring escape followed by 2 sliding shots. There we go. That is a very Star-Lord kind of finish there, right? Took out Rhino. Now, if that had gone another round, we had the Ivory Horn and the charge coming, we would have taken a lot of damage. He would have potentially threaded out. And he had some, well, not horrible cards there, but plus he would have gotten a 2 on that turn. Yeah, if it would have been another turn, it would not have gone very well. But we pulled a very Star-Lord finish off there, right? That's pretty awesome. That's how the game's supposed to go, right? That felt thematic to Star-Lord, so I'm really excited about that. That also seemed, I'm not sure if I got lucky, which is kind of a Star-Lord thing too, so I think I'm going to play another Rhino on Standard before I bump it up to Rhino Expert. That seemed to go really well, but I'm not sure. Maybe I just got lucky there. Maybe I missed something, and you need to let me know in the comments. Like, hey, Red, you just totally missed that one thing that was super important. I don't think I did any thwarting once I got my counter there. And the other thing is Nova Prime and my Guardian ability. I don't think I get that extra card. That would have potentially helped me at that point, but I don't think I got that card because I don't think he's a Guardian when he comes into play. So, all right, so that's our first run through with Star-Lord. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know your thoughts on Star-Lord. He's looking pretty interesting. I hate taking encounter cards, but it seemed to work out there. I think he builds up to a last round, and if you can take a bunch of encounter cards, but if things don't go right, you're going to be hosed because there's going to be so much stuff out there. But if things go right, like this time, it worked really well. So, all right, that's it for now. We'll look to do another Star-Lord versus Standard Rhino here in the near future. And thanks for watching.